Hey there, welcome back to Corner of Bexley. This is July 28th. Clay here with you.
What's up, Sarah? Welcome back. Um,
So, thanks for joining us, coming back. Hopefully, you're hitting the like, follows, and tuning in. We appreciate it.
yes, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you to everybody that has supported us so far and listened. Um, you know, if anything, we appreciate it. And hopefully, we get some more people out there, exploring and listening. We're having a good time. It's definitely something we look forward to week after week.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just, we're either usually going to do it on a Friday or a Saturday or a Sunday. Now, next week might be a little different because we got plans and we want to share, what's going on with those plans. So, but we'll kick it off at the top. So, one thing we didn't talk about last week during
Right.
the episode when it was Clayton's birthday is we went to a brewery called Hoof Hearted. Clayton has been asking to go to this
Yes.
brewery for God knows how long. You know, we're big supporters of our own local brewery, Marion Brewing Company.
But we like to explore, venture out, try,
Right.
sample, live a
So,
little.
I know there's one in Marengo.
Yeah. Marengo is like the big brewery, I assume. We'll have to go there sometime.
And then there's one in Columbus. And
that's their kitchen.
Yes, serves food. So we went to the one in Columbus that serves food.
I think it was 4th Street or North 4th Street.
Something like that. Down to like downtown Columbus, pretty much.
But yeah, food was good. What did we get? The nachos?
Yes, the nachos were really good. I liked that little like sauce there. I don't know if it was like a ranch or like a tzatziki or something.
Yeah,
it was really good.
Amazing.
And then we got what?
The potato wedges, jalapeno potato wedges.
Yes, potato wedges.
I thought they were going to be like the Arby's potato cakes. FYI, Arby's potato cakes are back, everybody. So if you're a big fan of those, oh man, because we had got them last week when we found out about potato cakes. But anywho, sidebar. Hoof Hearted.
I thought the wedges, they weren't bad, but I feel like when you're putting things on like French fries, so to speak, you kind of want the French fry to be kind of crisp a little so it doesn't get soggy. And I just kind of felt like it wasn't like they were good, but they could have been better. That's how I'll put it.
Yeah. The one thing that was amazing, the dessert, the churros.
Yes.
Oh, those were so good.
Yeah, they did it was supposed to be like what, a churro s'more.
Mm-hmm.
They were so good. The churros themselves were very crisp and crunchy. I will say they were little. They were like
portion size.
They were like bite size, so to speak. And instead of them, everyone kind of knows what a traditional s'more looks like. It's graham cracker, marshmallow, chocolate. And there wasn't any chocolate in it. There was like a scoop of vanilla ice cream in the middle, and then there was marshmallows kind of in between the 4 little churros. And there was like a caramel sauce like on the churros. Now the caramel sauce was good. It was
dipping it in the ice cream.
Yes, it was all good, but it was just weird that you're calling it a s'more when it really isn't. Like, doesn't have the s'more flavors, but nevertheless, they were really good. I had, what did I have? I had it was like a watermelon and pineapple. I want to say it was a margarita.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. I don't drink margaritas like a whole lot. I don't drink liquor as much as I used to in the past. I'm kind of a seltzer girl now, so I kind of drink that. So drinking liquor, it kind of like shocks my system a little bit. But it was okay. And Clayton, you had what, the
Club Paradise sours?
Yeah, something
They
like
tasted like pina colada. Oh, they were so good. Ended up buying a 4-pack and bringing them back, and oh man, crushing them the next day. That's why I was a little podcast was a little like hungover doing that. I was like, man,
yeah. So, but overall, it was great.
Great experience.
Hopefully, we can go to. I guess we'll go to the one in Marengo eventually, and
they got a turbo water, which is their seltzer.
Yeah, I'll try.
I've been looking at their menu
seltzer and see see how we feel about it. Like Clayton said, Arby's potato cakes are back.
Big fan.
Which kind of looks like, to me, they kind of look like,
hash browns.
Like 2 hash browns put together.
But
they're good. I like potatoes regardless, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But,
so this week, ended up going to see Deadpool. I'm pretty sure a lot of people seen Deadpool.
Spoilers.
I think they had like the 6th highest this weekend.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Love the fight scenes. Choreographed.
We went to the movie theater, the AMC.
AMC in Dublin.
AMC in Dublin. It was. I'm not. For context, I'm not a superhero girly. Like, I'm not involved in the Marvel universe. I'm not into, like, it's just not my forte. I've maybe seen a handful of superhero movies.
Seen them all.
Just because it's just not, and I mean that on both sides, on Marvel and DC. It's just not for me. I would probably say I'd probably see more of the X-Men stuff. Than like the Avengers and the Justice League. Like,
Fantastic Four.
I don't know how or why, or like my brother is really into it, and at one point in time I was like, so when does the X-Men come into this so I can kind of know what's going on?
And now it is.
And now it's in it. And I remember, like, years ago when I said that, he kind of just looked at me like, why are you like this? And I'm just like, I just don't have the emotional capacity right now to be involved in the character arc. But I thought it was, I've seen the previous 2 Deadpool movies and they're funny. I thought this one was really funny. I thought the fight scenes were good.
Yeah. When it's like, because I'm sure everybody's been on TikTok or been YouTube, seen spoilers, It's a good show. You see how he has his costume. He puts the mask on at the end of Wolverine.
The traditional Wolverine costume.
Where the blue and yellow costume finally comes. Because they just, oh man, 20-some years. I remember being a kid and just seeing the first when Hugh Jackman played Wolverine in X-Men 1. And I was just like, why isn't he? Where's the costume?
When is he going to put
the costume? And then I'm like, when's
this?
And then the second, and then it's like, oh, So it was just, wow, looked good, fantastic. Stars. 10s, fans.
Yes.
Shut up, be happy.
It was
love
great.
It.
I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was nice
Justice
to see
was done.
Hugh back as Wolverine.
And there was a lot of tie-ins. You got Channing Tatum, Gambit coming in, and then you got Wesley Snipes, Blade, and it's like, man, hopefully they get this other Blade movie going.
But I thought somebody else is playing.
Yeah,
what's his name? Marshala Ali or something. I think he's playing the new Blade character. It was, overall Elektra. It was good, yes.
And then Johnny Storm.
Yes.
Captain America.
Captain America. Chris Evans made an appearance, but not as Captain America.
Johnny Storm. So, and this kind of leads to another thing. Robert Downey Jr. is coming back to the Marvel Universe. But wait, as Doctor Doom. Bum, bum, bum.
Like I said, I have no idea what that means or who that is.
He fights,
obviously, I know
Fantastic Four. He fights Johnny Storm.
Oh, okay.
Or Johnny.
I know, like, Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, so, but I just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man, I'm saying Johnny Storm, which I'm like, is that what his name is? I gotta look that up real quick. Make sure.
But yeah, no, it was a good movie. Recommended. Go and see it if you can.
Oh yeah.
Going to the movies is always super expensive, I feel like, but it was a good time.
It wasn't bad. It was actually movie prices. Yes. I feel like paying for the movie wasn't bad. It was concessions. The popcorn, the nachos,
But I am, I guess, happy that we went to a different movie theater. No offense to our local movie theater, but to me, the rooms smell like cigarettes.
It's been through a lot.
So I don't love going to the Marion movie theater, even though not only would the show have been cheaper, the concessions probably would have been cheaper.
Right.
But yeah, no, it just, the
screen, it's not really, that needs updated. The seating needs updating there.
Like, the movie theaters still look like this. They looked
the 90s.
When we were children.
It's the 90s.
So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, we were happy to go. Yeah. It was great. Good time.
Normally, we go to what? I call it the rave.
Yes, because it used to be called the rave.
The rave.
I don't know what it is now.
Polaris
but yes.
Movie Theater, maybe.
Yes, usually we go to the movie theater at the Polaris Mall in Columbus, which is also a really nice movie theater. So yeah, go see it, and I guess we'll probably
Ryan Reynolds
be
you got and a little he's got the family in it too,
Yep, family in it. We won't give away too many spoilers because we're not getting paid for that.
Right. Dang it.
But if you're into
anybody's out there looking
superhero
to sponsor
Marvel
us, always
stuff,
listening.
Go and check that out. Yep. So the Olympics started this week. Opening ceremonies were on Friday. Clayton fell asleep during the opening ceremonies before they even started. And I watched most of it all the way through.
What'd you think?
I'll be honest, it was a little boring, and I've heard people say that.
Yeah.
It was a little boring. It was different. I feel like the opening ceremony this year was very different. I think we're traditionally used to, there was still the pageantry of the opening ceremonies and kind of talking about the place where you're having it. It's in Paris, France, so there was a lot of, artistry,
modeling, like the clothing, and
everybody knows about Paris Fashion Week, so there was a lot of that's really big there. And then you had almost the Assassin's Creed character running through the Paris streets, and you had Gojira, shock rock band I've seen I think twice maybe opening. Maybe I didn't know that they were a French rock band, but opening in a building that maybe used to be a prison with an actress who was her look was characterized after Marie Antoinette. That was pretty dope. It did I will say maybe it was the weather. It sucked that it rained.
Because I remember, from waking up, I just remember coming on boats.
Yes, that was the part that I think was super different. Was each country, instead of the parade of countries into the stadium like we're used to, they walk around the track, they're announced, they're waving their flag, so on and so forth. They decided to, I want to say the river is Seine, that flows through Paris. They decided to have the countries come in on boats. And it was like, I'm assuming they based it upon how many people was representing your country, because some countries had their own boat, a la the United States, because I'm sure we have probably 400 or 500 plus athletes representing our country. And then if you were smaller, there might be two to a boat, or the boat might be smaller and you still might have your own boat, or there might be 3 to a boat, depending on how small the representation was. It was different. It was very different. It was raining. I felt bad that they were raining. I'm about to call out Ralph Lauren really quickly, which I guess maybe you don't think like, oh, it's going to be raining when these athletes come in, but Ralph Lauren always does the outfits for the United States for the opening and closing ceremonies. There's lots of merch. I've been seeing, athletes post on TikTok of all the free merch they're getting, and I'm so jealous. I just want some merch. But they basically had to just wear like regular schmegular plastic ponchos, like you wear when you're at the football game and your mom went to Walmart, and instead of getting the one ponchos,
the trash bag
that you can use all around, they get the one that comes in like this plastic bag, and you use it one time, and maybe you accidentally put your arm through the wrong spot, and so like
it's only one use, like,
right? It's and you throw it away.
You crumple it up, try to put it in.
That's what the athletes had on, and I was like, "Wow, Ralph! Like, way to not be prepared. Like, it's Europe; it rains there. Like, Europe is like Florida. It is fine, and then it's raining, and then it's fine, and then it might be raining again." But I thought it was awkward, but now that I look back at it, it was kind of cool to see them come in on the boat. Something completely different than we're used to seeing them do.
I'm not seeing LeBron coming in on the boat with the flag gave the vibe of Washington, coming in on the Delaware. Like the portrait, And then I'm like, yo, that just gives that vibe or whatever. And I'm like,
It was super interesting. I always like the parade of countries to see like what kind of outfits, because I always feel like countries try to like envelop their culture into their outfit so you can see. It did suck that it was raining, so you didn't get to see as much as you wanted to. I'm sure you can Google and see every country's cool outfits. There was a lot going on. There was, like I said, there was this Assassin's Creed like character running through the streets with his torch the whole time.
I think the creator or developers from France,
I would assume. And then, you had different, they talked about different like aspects of, the French motto, and, there were different parts, and there was...
What's up with those beds?
Lord. I will say I have seen some criticism. They did, going into the runway scene where they talked about fashion, people, and I want to say it might have been like, what is it, Dionysus, the Greek god, was what they were portraying, but people felt like it looked like the Last Supper. And then they came out and said like it didn't have anything to do with the Last Supper. And it's like, yo, not everything is about you, y'all. And by y'all know who I'm talking about. Not everything is about you guys. So quit being offended. And And then like there was a little part, obviously Paris is the city of love. That's where a lot of people go and get married. Hell, Clayton and I got married at the Paris Hotel in Las Vegas because it has that connotation of the city of love. And
romance,
the romance and the feel. And there was a part where I was like, "Whoa, we're very liberal. It is 2 p.m. and we are being very liberal with all this love." And you had a same-sex kissing scene almost, and then what looked like the start of a threesome, and then the door gets shut in our face, and I was like, wow.
I mean, maybe like the watch.
Listen, it didn't bother me. I know I'm probably sure. Like, I saw some people saying, like, I thought it was weird. I didn't think it was the most appropriate for kids. And I could see that if you have children watching, there could be some questions afterwards. Like, what were they about to do, mom and dad? And that's going to make for an awkward situation for everybody. But
way to spend your Friday afternoon, evening,
explaining to your child what those two men and that lady were about to do. But when that door shut,
finger painting, son, finger painting. They are finger painting. They are doing drawings.
Right.
They are into that.
So, but overall, I thought it was nice. It was great. You had the part where you get kind of towards the end, and they get to the stage, and there's a bunch of people that come in and speak. You have, I think he was a French soccer player who passed the torch off to Rafael Nadal, who is a Spanish tennis player, but he is, quote unquote, the king of clay, and the Grand Slam that is in Paris, in the French Open, is played upon clay. He's won it 14 times. He is, I think he has like 22 championships, but he is known as the king of clay. He is very big in Paris, even though he is a Spaniard. And then Rafael then took it to a boat that had himself, Carl Lewis, Serena Williams, and Nadia Comaneci on it. And then they took it into and passed it off to some others who lit the Olympic cauldron, which looks like a hot air balloon, which I thought was also neat and different. And the best part of it, Celine Dion was there singing her heart out. It brought tears. I got a little weepy because we all know if you don't know the story, Celine has what's called stiff person syndrome. It's a neurological thing that can affect your vocal cords. And the question was, would she ever be able to sing again? And she looked beautiful. She sounded beautiful.
Yeah.
It definitely puts in like, there are people that I feel like sing beautifully. I think Beyonce is a very beautiful singer. I think Mariah Carey is she's up in that upper echelon, but there are just people and voices that are just
not made for.
They're just top tier that you can't even, like, they're the voices. Gotcha. And one of those is Celine Dion, and I would say the other would be Whitney. So I thought it was a great opening ceremony, and different. Like I said, it was a lot. It was very campy. It was theatrical. It was Paris. So, and that's theater. Probably what they wanted. It was all those things. I forgot Lady Gaga performed. It was great. I was like, oh my God, it's Lady Gaga. So, yeah, so we've been kind of just tuned in to, all of the sports pageantry. I think right now we have our TV on the 4-way. There's I want to say this is like rapid canoeing on the bottom of the screen, but I don't know really what it's called. And then we have
the kayaking.
Yes, and then we have basketball, the USA taking on Serbia, and then we have, it looks like they have gymnastics on. I think that's the French team. So yeah, so we'll be tuning into all of that going forward.
Right. So big week coming up.
Yes, big
week for Ohio, big week for Cleveland.
Yes.
You know, WWE Summerslam coming to Cleveland, Ohio, August 3rd. We're excited. We're going.
Yes.
You know, once in a lifetime opportunity in your home state. Why not? You know, so to see Mr. Homelander.
So we're trying to get it to think how we want to do the podcast, to see, like, do we want to do one before and do one after? Do we just want to do one after? I'm off on Monday, that Monday after SummerSlam. So, but yeah, no, we're excited. You know, we'll have, you know, Cody versus Solo. We'll have Damian versus Gunther.
Special referee Seth Rollins.
We have Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker.
Yo, that's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be wild.
We have
CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. And the surprise was, because of the back and forth beef that CM Punk and Drew have created, no ref wants to referee their match, but Seth freaking Rollins has stepped up to be the celebrity ref to referee that match. I'm excited to see that. That should be very interesting.
I wonder if Seth Rollins will get his hands messy. You know, maybe. The visionary,
right?
The architect,
the revolutionary.
You know.
So that
I wonder if him and CM Punk be like, "Yo,
right? How is this gonna work? Is this?
Are they gonna make up, or are they gonna be like, it's all?
Is this
and then Drew just be like, "Yo, this is my fight."
Is this every man for himself? Is it not? Who is it like? Is there a team up aspect to it? Who knows?
I don't know. Will the tribal chief return?
Right. Will the tribal chief be there? Will Roman Reigns make an appearance? Who knows? We have Bayley versus Nia Jax. We have Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. I'm interested to see that one. I don't know if Rhea's gonna I mean,
oh yeah, Rhea's gonna.
I just don't know if it's like, oh, now she's
Liv back. Morgan messing with her man.
Give the title back.
She licked him. That was her man. She claimed him.
And then we have LA Knight versus local
homegrown Ohio born from that area, right?
Yes.
Logan Paul. Yeah.
He's just not.
Jafar, he's our man. He can't do it.
He's just not my type of a person.
Yeah, like, I mean,
it doesn't even have anything to do with him being kind of heelish in wrestling. It's more like I just feel like he's a shitty person overall.
Ooh.
He just something, and maybe, you know, hey, maybe he'll prove me wrong, and I'll get to meet him someday, and I'll see that he's a classy person. But I just feel like, I don't know. Maybe he
just puts off that energy.
Yeah, maybe he's grown up, and maybe he hasn't. He's just not to me. He's just not a good guy.
LA Knight.
Yeah,
that'd be a good one. Hopefully, LA can finally get a belt.
Right.
You know.
I'm not sure if they're going to do the tag teams at SummerSlam. I do know that we're doing a gauntlet for the tag team titles on SmackDown, because it's DIY versus Jacob and Tonga for the tag team champions.
Yeah.
So I don't know if...
Hey, he's part of the bloodline.
Technically, yes. So I don't know, but I don't know if they plan on doing that at SummerSlam or if they're going to do that Friday night and see if we'll have new tag team champions, or if DIY will retain. I would like to see DIY retain because I didn't know this. Johnny, I think Guerrero is from Cleveland also.
Really?
Yes, and I think his dad or his parents own a local restaurant there, and they've had some hard times, and their restaurant burnt down recently. So I think it would be nice to see him get to retain his
and party afterwards
championship. But yeah, so we have that coming up. We're looking forward to it. It should be a good time.
Going up there, spending the night, evening. Taking the Lou Man with us. That would be a big thing.
Taking the little Frenchman. So
Louis Beans, the one, the only.
So hopefully he does okay while we're up in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Maybe hanging out. Hopefully,
keep guard.
Right.
This is my post.
Hopefully he gets to see some stars and they think he's adorable. And
maybe Seth Rollins would be like, "Oh, French.
Oh, you guys got a Frenchie.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Be like, oh, thank you, Mr. Rollins.
Right.
You're amazing. You're a visionary.
Right.
You got the dopest fucking song out there.
I didn't like you until you made up with Cody, and now I think you're an okay person."
Yeah. Those matches that they were put on, and with Cody having the torn pack, man, they were.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I would like to see them go at it again, but I definitely think after this whole bloodline, whatever business is going on, I kind of think it's gonna be Cody and Randy Orton.
I think they're gonna be
maybe
the Jewel.
Yeah, I think. I don't know if that's going to be Crown Jewel or if that's going to be
a Royal Rumble.
Well, Royal Rumble technically isn't until next year. So, what we have Bad Blood, that's in October.
Yeah. War Games.
Ooh, yeah, I forgot about War Games. So we'll see what happens.
Maybe War Games would be the thing that starts that, puts like, yo, Cody, we were supposed to win this, and
and Cody already let Randy basically get jumped by the bloodline, and knowing Randy just has his body is falling apart.
He's what, in his 40s?
He is, but he had that double fusion surgery on his back. So we'll see. I definitely think he's on this is maybe his not last hurrah, but it's getting close to it.
John Cena's last hurrah.
I could see it, but yeah, our whole purpose is to finagle the bagel and get to Vegas so that we can go to WrestleMania.
And see it.
Yes, I think that would be great. Oh, we
phenomenal
time. So yeah, that's the week to come. We're not sure what day we're going to do. Heck, we might do two. We might do two podcasts, one before, one after.
See how we're feeling.
See how we're feeling, yeah.
So thanks for joining us this morning.
Yes, it is morning.
Yeah, a little late on getting the podcast going. Yeah. But you had that when you got these adult jobs and adult lives, and
you want to do stuff and you want to sleep in.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us. Check us out next week. SummerSlam coming up. So
yes, guys know where to listen. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube,
and I think we're on iHeartRadio now.
iHeartRadio. So check us out. You guys have a great day. That's Clayton. I'm Sarah.
Enjoy yourself.
You guys have a good day.